Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cyberpunk Red, Episode 1 Swimming with the Piranhas, I call it. Okay, today, let's recap from last episode. The heroes were being involved in a number of things. Each of and every one of the characters were being brought in one by one, scene to scene, until they all actually met Walter Cross at the Red Ribbon Bar. And from there, Walter Cross was actually about to actually explain everything to all the other characters, all the other edge runners that was actually present. But however, he actually stopped his conversation there immediately when he noticed that some of the edge runners was actually having some thoughts, some unusual thoughts, thinking to themselves, like wondering. He noticed just that Walter Cross actually just took his cigarette. He noticed that Walter Cross took his cigar, smoked it, and puff a slightly bit of smoke. You can see from the Red Ribbon bar itself the number of people sitting down enjoying their drinks, all staring and looking at the rest of you. Looking at the Hibana, Remy, Mamjong, Aliman, Success. But others are suspiciously looking at you. You are unsure, of course. So, Hibana, Remy, hey, let's see who is online now. Okay, right. Hibana, Remy, Mamyong, and Haliman Saksek, if you guys online, roll for human perception. Roll for perception and human perception.
Who? Me?
Everybody.
Okay. Perception and human perception. That'll be under social, right? Yeah. Okay, this is my human perception. First net 20 of the day.
Net 10, there's no net 20 in Cyberpunk.
Oh, my bad.
Don't
my bad.
confuse this game with D&D.
I mean, I see green. I immediately act, net 20. That's what I see.
Okay. Right.
And also first net one of the day. Yay!
Yes. Remy was just quiet. You don't notice anything, Remy. You look around, you notice the people, they're just enjoying their drinks, turning their heads around, making eye contact with you, but there's just simply people just staring at each other, but immediately some of them just look away. But, however, for Hibana, some of them were just like sitting there drinking, sipping their drinks. But you do notice that three people near the pool table, Hibana, just like sometimes they actually just stare with their cue stick, trying to actually hit the ball where it goes into the hole. But some of them actually turn to actually stare at you, looking at you up and down. You're unsure what the three people near the pool table's intentions are, but they seem to be either enjoying their game, but you also notice that perhaps they'll be enjoying looking at you at the same time. Perhaps it's the way you dress, or perhaps it's the odd way of you dressing up, because you're not there to actually impress. Neither are the way that you try to groom yourself in any way possible was actually perfect for that night. And for Mountain Young, you look, of course, while Walter Cross was actually drinking his champagne, looking at you and looking at the others. You look around, staring at him, and turn around all over the restaurant, turning your head, making sure that everybody here is not actually pointing a gun directly at you. But you don't notice anything unusual. Same as Haliman Saksek. You look around, you look at Walter Cross, he looks at you. You look at the bartender, the lady at the other side of the bar, serving the drinks to Walter Cross, with a bandana actually tying her hair back. A normal cyberway on her right hand. A small little leather jacket covering part of her cyberway, and the t-shirt that seems to be covering perhaps a simple word like rock on, as it's actually written there. But Walter Cross just continued. He put down his glass on the side table, and then after that he put his cigar next to it. Then he slowly turns. There's this job that was actually looking for somebody like yourself. Somebody is as good and skilled such as you, of course. Edgerunners, you call yourself, of course, trying to actually make a name for yourself in this city. The city that was actually torn apart, destroyed by whatever corporations is actually trying to destroy it. So, it turns to those. Some of you might not be interested in this type of job, but some of you might. But I'm actually willing to give a certain type of payment for this one. However, my payment still stays 3,000 eddies for a simple job, just as this one. More than enough to actually keep you sustained, but it only turns to Remy. But of course, somebody such as yourself, it turns to you, Remy. His eyes gaze at you sharply. You felt intimidated. Roll for your body skills. Resist torture and drugs. You resisted the sharp gaze of Walter Cross. Nothing that actually unfazed you. Walter Cross actually says speaks out. Remy. And then he slowly turned. The people that I want you to actually negotiate the terms with, they call themselves the Piranhas. Bunch of party boys, party girls that seem to have obtained the data, or perhaps by accident. Of course, the convoy was actually attacked by the Red Chrome Legion, and I heard it was Maelstrom. I heard it was Sixth Street, or it could be anybody. But from what my earlier reports actually told me, perhaps it was actually the Wang Fang gang. Of course, the Wang Fang gang don't really like much of what we do here. Tiger Claws is still looking into the streets and certain districts of the city. And we are currently safe up here, away from Little China's roads. However, the Piranhas is just further down of Little China. Perhaps nearby the Silver Dragon Chinese restaurant. If you can actually make your way there, perhaps you can actually speak to the restaurant owner. If he actually allows you actually to go in. However, the piece of advice to you, the Silver Dragon don't like anybody that is not Asian or Oriental. So Remy, you might have difficulty going in. And then he turns to Haliman, and so do you, Haliman Saksek. But I might not see any problems. Do you two? Walter crossed and stared at you. Both of you. Hibana and Maolin Yong, he looks. You
Wait,
two go.
you say the silver dragon? What? That's the food there?
The Silver Dragon. Further down the street, you might need to take a nearby taxi. Now, hopefully, the taxi outside will be willing to actually bring you there. But the Silver Dragon only allows Asians or Oriental people to actually enter. Sadly, for Haliman and Remy, you may have to stay outside unless you're good enough to actually persuade the owner to let you in. However, I don't see that is going to be. He takes his cigar and puffs it slowly and then blows the smoke up to the general direction, up into the air, hitting the fan up on the ceiling.
Well,
Dragon.
well,
Try look
looks
for
like it's one way to get your Chinese takeaway.
It's the only Chinese takeaway that you can do. Mountain Young takes his guard, takes a sip.
That doesn't sound fun at all. But a job's a job. I have to honor it.
Not everything needs to be fun, Aliman. But a job's a job. But this is a legal job, nothing to do with anything else. But hopefully you can actually get it. Because I'm unsure, I am currently unsure where the Piranhas actually bring the data to. The Piranhas is actually in control of many of the buildings near the docks. If you were to go in and ask simply questions or where it is, you're gonna have a firefight immediately, perhaps, with them. Or perhaps the other gangs, but piranhas are mostly busy actually looking after themselves and actually controlling and making sure that their turf is well taken care of. So, Walter Cross looks to all of you. Are you willing to take the job? I noticed that he turns to Subaki. Subaki, do you believe that you can actually take this job and lead the team? Subaki then slowly turns to Walter Cross and then he said, I'm a bit preoccupied now at the moment, Walter. He bows. He said, but at the moment, I need to look into the well-being of my band, and hopefully that I can actually like get back to you on this. But Subaki turns to the rest of the party, the rest of the edgerunners, and said, and then after that Subaki bowed his head and he said, hopefully in the future we can actually meet each other again and work together to actually see if any of this job can be actually taken care of. Then Subaki then just slowly turned to the barkeep and said, Anastasia, um, we'd be so kind if the band actually get some drinks. Then now the trucky then just like went down and left. Then Midnight looked to you, Hibana, and Midnight just said, she just like nodded her head. Well, if there's anything, I'm probably just gonna stay here. I don't think I'm gonna take some. I don't believe I'm going to be heading towards the way you are going. This doesn't seem like a task that needs me, but I'll be there if needed. Just give me a call if you need me, Hibana.
Hibana just nods at her, and she just tells her that in a like to her ear in a cute shy voice, just wait outside. I mean, be on standby with your precious sniper rifle. I might need, an eagle eye or two. I mean, who knows?
You just need to tell me where to meet. And if because you have no idea, we have no idea where the piranha's given the data. If you had actually to tell me, and once you receive that information, just call me using your agent, and I'll be there probably for some building somewhere, looking through the distance if you need my help.
Definitely. As soon as I know anything, I'll give you a quick buzz.
Then after that, you notice that Midnight just actually nodded her head. Then after she walk out of the bar, waiting for your call. And you know that she will be waiting for your call. And then Walter Cross looks at Venator. Venator, I've been asking you to actually look for this team, to bring them here, to actually seek me out to get this job. Seems at midnight, and perhaps even you probably would not be doing this, perhaps. What do you think, Venator? Are you going to be staying with them, or are you going to be waiting for what tasks for you to actually do? Venator then looks all across, looks to all of you and said, if you all need me, I'll just be a phone call away. But knowing the piranhas, they're not much of a threat. But if you can actually get into their head, I believe that perhaps it can actually work. Venator actually speaks out. But I'll be following your lead. Venator looks the rest of you. If anything, just give me a call. Venator actually passed his personal number to Aliman, Marlin Young, and Remy. And then Venator then looks to Hibana and said, Hibana, if you need my help, I'm with Midnight, and I'll be there with her. Just give us a call and tell us where to meet, and it will check the coordinates and I'll be there immediately. Preparing just in case anything happens.
Hibana just shakes her head in agreement.
Hibana just shakes her head. Then you see Venator just like goes around, got up from the bar, and vanishes. Then Walter Cross turns to the four of you. Then Walter Cross looks to you, Ivana. He said, I would need net runners on this one. Good net runners. Holliman will most likely perhaps be the one that handles the tasks,
Wait,
and
wait, wait,
perhaps
wait. Sorry to interject. I'm a engineer, not a netrunner. I didn't have a cyber deck.
yes, you're not a netrunner, you're an engineer, but perhaps you can actually do something or deal something with the piranhas.
Like what?
I'm not too sure. Ask. You're a netrunner. That's your job.
Alright,
They
alright.
are not there to guns blazing, I can tell you that one. But they like it when somebody is taking a scoop about them or writing about them or perhaps helping them in terms of their. I'm not too sure what's going to happen. But during that distraction part, Walter Proston looks to you. That is where Hibana and Mountain Young is going to actually swoop in. But they need that type of distraction. Remy, I would like you to actually take over this one. What say you?
I guess you figured I'd have some other task if I couldn't go into this silver dragon.
Yes. Head over towards the Silver Dragon. I believe that perhaps you can actually try to actually talk to the man inside and see if he's actually willing to tell you the location of where the piranhas are. The piranhas love to actually hang out in certain areas such as those areas. But if you can actually ask the owner where they reside in, which part of the docks they reside in, then it will be an easy task for you. The piranhas love a scoop. And if you're willing to actually get them that scoop, those stories, probably perhaps they'll listen to you, Remy. I heard that you used to be part of you used to work as part of the media. Perhaps you could use that.
Getting information isn't usually that hard, but getting the right information, that's the trick.
Yes. Yes. He took his cigar and smoked it. I agree, Remy. But with the four of you there, I believe you can take any nearby vehicle, take a taxi. Try to tell the taxi driver if he's willing to drive further. Perhaps more payment in regards to his regular eddies would actually make him change his mind.
Are you putting that
What?
forward for us?
Just tell the taxi driver that that's perhaps under me. However, okay, Remy, roll for conversation and the social skills. Okay, and then hold across and looks at you and said, just tell the taxi man that you'll be riding under my name. If he doesn't agree or is too dangerous, it's going to be a completely different task for the four of you. However, you may go. I'll be heading towards my office. If there's anything, you have my number. Then he passes the number to you, Remy, and then passes the number to Mao Yong, to Ivana, and Haliman. This is my personal number. Look me up if you need anything. And good luck. Besides, another thing. Let me tell you a few things about the piranhas. The piranhas love to party, especially on Fridays. If you want to catch them in a good mood, try to catch them on Friday. However, most of the time on the normal weekdays, like Tuesday to Thursdays, they're mostly doing other tasks. I'm not too sure what. But if there's anything, perhaps you can find them on the weekends.
Why
Lazy.
did you tell us that in the first place? That will make us a lot of, easier for the job.
Well, you didn't ask. Now you do. It looks to you, slowly Watercross looks to you, Haliman. But it's your choice. The data need to be provided and given to me intact, undamaged. That's all you need to know.
All right.
Good luck to you. And hopefully, I'll be seeing you all soon.
Midnight basically raises her hand and say to him, what if we manage to bring the person or persons responsible on taking the data from you? Will include an extra payment?
Midnight or Hibana?
Sorry, Hibana.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, don't get so confused. You're not controlling Midnight. Okay, you're
Yeah.
controlling Ivana.
Yeah.
Okay, roll for conversation and the social skills.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a good idea, of course, what cross looks to you, but if you are actually able to know who is that person, then you better tell that person to actually come here and personally and meet me. However, if you fail to do so, then that it falls under you.
She
Okay.
basically shakes her head in agreement.
Yes. And okay, then after that, your last action, Ivana, moving from left to right.
uh, basically, she just looks at everybody else and wonder what's the next move.
Okay. Then who do you ask?
I look into the person, Remy in this case, and just say, I guess that makes you our leader for now, Mr. Remy, was it?
Indeed, I guess that is what he's suggesting.
Well,
It's to your follow, I suppose, if you follow me.
Yeah.
she basically like walk and stand here in front of you, and she's like, so what's the go here, leader? Should we go? Should we stay? Should we wave our hand and something?
Or who is ready for some black pepper venison from Silver Dragon? They make the best one in town.
I was dragged here to come do this, so the promise is to get more information. I'm here for myself. If you happen to come along, then so be it. Maybe you'll be useful.
Mm-hmm.
Should we head out?
Yeah, since
Or
we have a car waiting for us, so she's like moves to the side. We just choose. Yep, she's like move to the side and say, "After you, leader."
I turn around and just look back at Walter Cross, and I'll give him the same look that he tried to give me before, and I'll just be like, anything else that you've decided to hold on to that you're not telling us?
Roll for conversation, social skills. Took up his cigar again and looks at you, giving you a slight sharp gaze again. Nothing, nothing, Remy. Well, nothing from me else, nothing, I don't know other information for me to tell you. However, you don't have to waste your time here standing there. You should actually bring this up to the other edgerunners. Maybe get yourself acquainted. All of you don't even know each other now, of course. But I don't have much time. He looks at his watch. He looks at his very expensive 50,000 AD watch. And then he's like, my driver will be here soon. I'll be heading towards my corporate building. I'll be seeing you all. He taps you on the shoulder, Remy, while he smokes and drinks his champagne. Okay, Remy, one last action from you, then go to Mountain Yong. Remy, what do you want to do?
I'll watch him as he leaves. I am taking as many notes as possible for his description.
All right.
That's all.
To get notes. Okay, while the rest actually just stood there. Old Cross still actually enjoying his drink while waiting. Okay, Mountain Yong, two actions for you. What do you want to do?
Nothing much. I would say, hey, so Silver Dragon, black pepper venison. Anyone? No, so the proprietary one. I mean, not the boss there, but one of the chef, the cooks there.
Okay. Uh,
Hopefully, he's still alive.
all right. Muffle. Okay. Then Mountain Yong. Okay, Mong Young, it's like your voice is a bit muffled. Can you type down is like the information that you need?
No information recorded. How there?
Better write it down because we can't actually hear you.
Or understand you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Is it because stupid mic is not working well enough? Alright. Hold on there.
Okay.
Okay, continuing.
Right, set.
Okay. Black pepper venison. Yes, Mong Young. Okay, you told this to the others, telling them that black pepper venison, anyone? My treat. You speak out. And you happen to know a cook there, hopefully still alive. That is still trying in. Hopefully the silver dragon will actually accept you in. It is a Chinese restaurant, and you are Chinese, so it should be no problem for you. However, the silver dragon is actually famous for one thing alone. Mountain Young. They're famous for their food, their hospitality, and also the gangs that they control. But one thing they're also very famous for is they're very, very racist towards everybody else that is not Asian.
I can imagine a bouncer at the door checking if you're Asian or not.
Speak Japanese. This is where you use your language skill, and your language skill have to be a DV.
I'm glad I put some points in it upon character creation. I'm seriously glad.
Okay. All right. Okay. Your action is done. And lastly, Haliman Saksek, 2 actions for you. What do you want to do?
If they like to party, why don't we go when they want to party? I mean, there is no firefight, right? I'm not for anything, but no firefight if possible.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So yeah, I decided to Remy. So Remy, what's your plan? I am a techie. I can't do much in battle, but I can fix your stuff if you want, or theirs, or whatever. As long as it's not a gun.
Yeah, I'm not looking for a fight either. At least not with. At least not these people. I think we're going to try to avoid fighting. That would be the best way to go. I'm not even going to try to go inside. Quite clear and obvious that, from the sounds of it at least, that I'm not going to get in.
Same here then. So we have to rely on these two. I put at the 2 girls, Hibana and Mao Ling Yong, which I've yet to get acquainted.
Same. Well, we do have a ride over there. There's probably going to be enough time to at least get through the pleasantries.
Why am I surrounded by women? Boy.
You say it like it's a bad thing.
It is now 10:30. It is now 10:30 p.m. Just to tell you, and if you wanna head over to the Silver Dragon, you're probably gonna be arriving at perhaps 11 p.m. and they're probably close around that time. However, you're unsure whether they're really close or not. Roll for any one of you, all of you. Roll for education, skills, businesses.
Education.
Okay, Haliman pass. Hibana fail. Remy pass. Mountain Young roll for education businesses. Okay, you got a +1 bonus. Okay, you also pass. Actually, Hibana also get a +1 modify bonus for 10. Okay, all right. Okay, basically all of you pass. The Silver Dragon Investor closes around 12, almost to 12 a.m. You do have 30 minutes to 1 hour and 30 minutes to actually head over there and perhaps you have your conversation or go back to each of your respective places, rest for the day, and then go there in the morning. Your choice. Okay, going back to Kiribana again, 2 actions.
Basically, they celebrate every Friday. What day is it currently?
The Silver Dragon restaurant closes at 12.
No, I mean the
And
date.
now it's already 10:30 p.m. But if you want to know more about the piranhas, you need to roll for it. You need to roll for local expert piranhas with a -2 penalty.
I don't have any local expert piranha, sadly.
Okay, then you roll for streetwise with a -2 penalty.
Okay, where's this? Streetlight is under social, is it?
Streetwise is social skill.
Yep.
Okay, right. I think. All right. They're most of the time, if the DVs that you can, most of the time they actually party on Friday nights. You're not too sure why, but there must be a reason why they actually party. So this is the information that Walter Cross actually gave you. So you know about this for a fact that they party on Fridays. But they're busy on normal weekdays. Only on Fridays or Saturdays and Sundays they are mostly free and hanging out. Most likely protecting the turf. So more weekdays, you're not too sure what are they doing. Okay, last action, Hivana. What do you do?
Hibana shyly looks at Remy and say, perhaps we can go there during the morning, because we only have like, what, an hour and a half left before the restaurant closes, and piranhas, they only hang around there during their day off. I don't know what the hell they do on 7 days a week, but they only stay there and hang out there on a Friday night. Not so sure why.
I guess they got better things to do on other days of the week. You're probably right. We can probably head out in the morning. Without saying this, he is looking a little bit fidgety.
Yes.
Maybe we can capture the person who stole the data in the morning, if he's at the club.
We could try. What about the rest of you? What do you reckon?
Okay. Jeremy, you ask them. Who do you ask? Do you ask Ivana, Mountain Young, or Haliman Saksak?
I'm opening it up to the group.
To the group. Okay. Okay, Mountain Young, Haliman, you guys can respond to Remy.
What's the day today first?
6th of January. Almost 11 p.m. right now.
No, the day. Is it Monday, Tuesday?
Monday. Monday 6.
Okay. We know that they party on Friday. We know they're armed. And they have love to party. I suggest we wait for their happy time so we can, at the very least, be friendly with them.
Look over at Mal.
And Mountain Young said that we can go to Silver Dragon first. You still have 30 minutes before they close. Or just wait for the next day. But if you all want to wait for the next day, you all have to actually reconvene and say where is your meetup.
How about we go there first? You guys seem to be hungry. I think you probably could do with a meal before bed.
You're right. Fancy meal it is.
As long as somebody's paying, I don't mind. Oh God,
Okay.
I have to speak like that 95% of the time.
Get a more
You
get
made
a
a
more
good
box
idea,
or a
bro.
voice change. Get a voice changer software. More box is the best.
Yeah, I know. I'll do my best. Continue, please, before I kill myself.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, Manny Young actually says supper. Okay, if you all actually decide to actually head towards the Silver Dragon, you actually head towards the taxi driver, which actually allowed you to bring in. But the taxi driver actually looked at you all and said, "That is the combat zone. That is combat zone, chums. I'm not going to be driving there. It's dangerous." Okay. Obviously, you notice that he's actually a bit terrified. You need to actually roll persuasion. Who's going to roll persuasion on a taxi driver?
I'll reach forward and just put my hand on his shoulder and just be like, "It's fine. It's not like they're going to come after you. We'll be fine."
Okay. Alright, roll for social skills persuasion. -2 penalty. Okay, that's a critical.
Second net. Nitro success. Luis.
The taxi car driver looked to you running. Then he said, you touch his shoulder, you calm him down, and then he looked, all right. I'll drive you there tonight. But if anything happens to my car, you have to pay extra.
Don't worry. Walter Cross has us covered.
Yours, huh? It's good. Well, then hop in. Are you the only one?
No, I've got 3 companions.
No, I don't see them around here. I only see you. Oh, right. Well, I know these two, the 2 ladies. Yes. Okay, right. Hey, you should have told me earlier that these 2 ladies are coming. Yeah, then you don't have to rub my shoulders the wrong way. Wherever you are.
Bro, what did you do?
Well,
What did you do?
he looks to Remy, but if you want to swing that way, I don't mind swinging that way too.
No, please.
I will tense my grip on his shoulder before letting go.
He tense your his shoulder. Okay, roll for. What was it? Social skill. Is it body skill? Wait, is it?
Persuasion? Question mark?
Yeah, conversation. +2 bonus.
Conversation. Alright. It's a conversation, bro.
Oh,
A second and a third nature.
Yeah, I guess,
Okay.
Someone is on a roll. Please save that. Save it for the combat, man.
The
Don't
taxi
cons-
driver will go, and they're like, whoa. Hands off the grid, man. I'm sorry, it was a joke. Right? Okay, heading to the cab. I'm going to drive you over to where we're going. It's like, wait, you didn't tell me where we're going. You're just telling him to, oh, I forgot. Sorry.
Silver Dragon.
Uh-huh. Silver Dragon Heroes. Well, hey, everybody, hop in. Hey, we're heading over to the Silver Dragon.
Yeah, question mark.
Oh, and don't stop for anything.
Don't stop for anything. Great. Then the cab driver will bring you all on the street. You're driving through. Wait, let me do this properly. 1, 2, 3.
Ibana just plays Angry Birds on her tablet. Yep. I score.
Angry Bird. There's a classic. The man looks at you. Then, after driving for about roughly 60 kilometers, you all arrive at the restaurant. The taxi driver then let you all out. He stays and parks his car at the side, took out a cigarette, and smoke it, and then telling Remy directly, "Hey, Chums, I'll be waiting here for you. If you need anything, just holler. But I'll wait here. But don't take your sweet time too long. This place can get pretty dangerous late at night."
Agreed.
No shit, Choom. No shit indeed.
Then, as you all actually head towards the Silver Dragon's front entrance, you see a man cybernetically enhanced from the shoulder to toe stop all of you and said, and then he speaks out, "Wait!" Speaking in Mandarin. "你知道吗？这个东西." And after that he said, "This whole place is gonna close down soon. And stop." Then Mao Ning-yong and he walks closer. And then the man that looks at Mao. And then Mao, then you look to this man. You got two actions. What do you say?
Well, in Mandarin.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, wait, is that one, huh? Okay. Well, supper time. Come on, just can't leave the hungry people out there.
The man actually looks to you and said, "Okay, for you, because the Silver Dragon is very, 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 very specific, roll for language Mandarin in your education skills."
Can't be that bad.
Anha.
15.
Then the man like, you check out. And then after that, as he's about to actually hold some conversation, another lady actually appeared next to this man and then looks to him and said, "Tanawadare, who are you?" He speaks in Japanese. Manuyong, do you have language Japanese?
No.
Hibana, do you have language Japanese?
Of course I do. I mean,
Roll for language Japanese under education.
okay. Don't fail me now.
Oh,
Oh
But
no!
it's
the
minus
second
3.
one.
It's minus
you're
3.
so terrified, you're so shy that your Japanese language is all over the place.
Yep. This is
Hey,
how.
cousin.
Yeah, it
Hey,
makes sense. It makes sense. She's like, as soon as she saw the terrifying moment, she's like, ah.
And then after that, the man looks to the lady, this man looks to the lady, and the lady looks to you, Hibana. And then after that, she said in English and points to you, Hibana, points to Remy, points to Haliman. Okay, Haliman and Remy, do you two have Japanese or Mandarin?
No, I have Malay and English Welsh, but no
Okay.
Japanese.
All right. Remy, no?
No, not.
Okay, all right. The lady, the silver-haired lady, muscular as she is, you can see that her cybernetic arms, like on her left and on her right, they probably like jacked out with weapons hidden inside. And then she points to Hibana, to Remy, and Taliman. You three stay outside. You, she points to Maudin Young, you can come in and save our food, but the three of you, you stay.
Okay,
Don't,
okay.
don't try to do anything stupid. We have people here looking.
Stupid. I don't think the stupid is fixing things.
And then the lady is walking front, followed by the man and Remy and Maudin Young. You enter the restaurant. As you enter the restaurant, a particular man with a white long jacket, with his hair like pointing all the way up, slightly gelled too, stops you there. And after he speaks Mandarin, mixed with Japanese too, he said, "Oh, you come on a bit late, mas, young lady. Our restaurant is going to close very soon. So unless you are here to try our best pork buns and our best noodles, then our restaurant is sadly going to be closed very soon, and we can come tomorrow morning."
Well, okay. Well, it's little Bob Chan in there. I kind of miss him a lot.
Oh, John, roll for
Oh,
your conversation,
yeah.
social skills.
Social conversation. Here we go. Not the best, but I'll pick that.
And I look, ah, Bob Chan, he's busy. He looks behind his shoulder, staring at the other few. But before he could do anything, one particular lady walks over to you and said, I will take over from here. And I went like, okay, lady. Then after he walks away and vanishes to the side. The lady actually bows her head. Anata wa tare desu ka? Who are you? She asks you. But again, you notice that you have a blurred face, and then she noticed that, you don't understand. Then she speaks Mandarin to you, and then she said, 你是谁? She said. And after that, then you actually listen to that, and then she said, ask you, Bob Chan Sensei is busy right now. I am his personal secretary. And what business are you here for?
Well, I have to buy a few treats for my friends out there, and it's Bob Chan who says Bob Chan cooks the best black pepper venison. I just came back from town, to be honest.
Ah,
And the first thing I remember, Bob Chan.
Ah. You notice that this lady, you notice that her eyes started to actually glare, so you notice. Then roll for perception. Oops, sorry.
Perception.
For not roll for awareness skill perception.
Awareness, perception. Well, not the best. Here we go.
You notice that she stood quiet there and then looking at you. Then she just like said, ah. Then she stopped. I see that you just arrived recently from China. And you just arrived at Night City. Just a number of few days and you're looking for Bob Chan. And then
also my dad.
and after that roll for your social skills, persuasion.
Social skill. Persuasion. Here we go. Alright, guys. Here comes.
As the time is already reaching roughly about almost 12 a.m. You notice an old man suddenly like walking with his cane and said, it's okay. I know the young lady. And the lady, then this young girl then said, turns to him and then bows her head and then slowly walks back where she came. And the old man that come over to you, Founding Young, and he said, I've not seen you ever since you were this small. But what are you doing?
Uncle Bob Chan.
What are you doing in Night City, Mao?
Well, that went missing. I have to find him. So I have to drop my job with Kang Tao just to look for Dad. You know, apparently it happens like after the big Japanese tower got bombed.
But it is late. You must not be here for food. You must be here for something. Come, sit down. He always heads over to one table, and you see his servants coming over and serve some tea. And he's slowly sat there.
And Uncle Bob, can my friends join?
We have strict rules here that we follow. My assistant said that your Japanese friend does not know how to speak Japanese. Neither is she good in Mandarin, but you see him sipping his tea, and Roll for your social skill, persuasion.
Social skill, persuasion. Social, persuasion. Here we go.
Oh,
The man
that
that looks.
us! Awesome.
Okay. Then the man then looks. Yeah. Since they are with you, young Mao, I will let them enter. It's not unusual for you to make friends with people like those. People of different ethnic races, of course.
And in
And then,
order to find
then you notice that Bob Chan waved his finger to the lady at the other end, and then the lady then looks at him, turns, and slowly walks over to the room and opens the door, and then looks at Hibana, Remy, and Haliman and said, "Our owner wishes for you to come in, but only for tonight." Then she walks over to the wall, and then okay, Hibana, Remy, and Haliman. As you see in the door, you can see Mao Lin Yong sitting on the chair, talking to a particular old man with white hair, long green robe, and a light green scarf around his neck, perhaps to actually shield him from the cold.
Remy, can you move your character?
I will do
Okay.
that, but I'm also going to just try and observe what I think is good custom and bow at the door as I walk in, and I will slip my shoes off at the door.
I will slip my shoe off the door, say thank you in English, and quietly go to the table without making a scene or looking at the various,
So
designs.
Kibana also like takes off her boots and bows to the mysterious old man, of course, before saying "excuse me" as she sits on and listens carefully. I'll just be right back.
Okay, you sit down, listen, and then after the old man see, that is good, of course. Mao Ning Yong, these are your friends. Can you introduce me to them?
in Mandarin. In Mandarin. Um, these are friends of someone who worked with my daddy. He apparently goes by the name of Walter Cross. And guys, and this is my uncle, my nice uncle cook Bob Chan. We come here for food, but apparently we come out of stuff more. So yeah, and yeah, uncle, I know they may look a little bit unsavory, but we all come here for and well, daddy's friend, Walter Cross asked us to come together.
Yes. It seems that your friends here knows our customary custom of entering the Silver Dragon. And then he eyes Remy first that started it, because after that then Halima notices it. Hibana notices it. Then they follow suit after that. Remy, roll for bureaucracy under education.
Oh
But-
no!
Dice giveth and the dice take it away.
Yeah,
Yes, if you pass, you might have a +1 reputation with the Silver Dragon. Okay. All right. Then, okay, Hanuman and Hibana roll for bureaucracy.
Okay. Bureaucracy. Oh.
Is underwear?
Education.
All right, thank you.
I'm very happy with my result.
Oh wow, 16.
Okay, DV 15. Okay. Normal success. It's like everything. It's like even 3 of you actually followed the style, but maybe some of the ways, that maybe the customary ways, that perhaps the seat is not properly done by Remy. Remy perhaps didn't do it properly. Of course, it didn't impress the owner of the place known as Bob Chan. And Hibana tried to do it, but her customary way is perhaps more Japanese. But if perhaps for you, perhaps you, because you've been working for the corpus, Halima, perhaps you know
DM,
how it deals with.
can I add some context for this in if it's possible?
Yeah, go ahead.
I see it as the proper customary. This is due to me having worked closely with the corpus, Mary Arasaka, and being punctual to to many Asian culture, which I kind of feel a bit uncomfortable because it reminds me of my ex, one of my ex. But I'm keeping that to myself for now. I just smile and bow, thank you.
Okay. Because of that, Bob Chan actually lets the way he smiled at you. And after that, he speaks Mandarin to the rest of the people here, and he speaks it slightly louder. Mountain Yong hear it. The Bob Chan actually say, "You see this man here, he knows the customary ways. If he ever comes here one day to have food, anything, you give him a chance to try our savory stuff. You give him a chance to enter." And then after that, then the rest of the people standing there, they actually speak back in Mandarin and said,
Yes, boss.
"As you wish, uncle." All speaking in Mandarin. Okay, Haliman Saksak, you have +1 reputation with the Silver Dragon. Okay, you can put it there on your character sheet.
Reputation. I know I've seen you. Level 1.
Mm-hmm.
+1.
+1. But you have to write
Reputation.
down with which faction or establishment.
Yeah, establishment, faction, or gangs, or corpo, there's a lot actually. So, reputation with the Silver Dragon. The Silver Dragon, they are a restaurant, but this is what you know from the top. Other than that, you don't know anything about them.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. And then after that, Bob Chan then looks Mountain Young, you heard that. It's like Bob Chan surprisingly is like this Haliman, even though he's not Chinese, he's not Japanese, he's not Oriental or anything. But Bob Chan actually gave him a chance. Then Bob Chan then turns to you, Mountain Young, and said, "So you and your friends here for what purpose? You're not here to food." But then he slightly snaps his finger. Then the assistant came over and then passed everything. "Try our savory tea. It flew all the way from Great China. And perhaps, of course, our steamed buns. It is, of course, very halal." He speaks in English.
um, um, thank you very much.
Well,
Yes.
I guess black pepper venison is not yet on the menu, uncle.
Yes. And then Hibana, while you're here, Venator did say that if you need anything, just give him a call. Do you want to contact Venator to come over, or do you want to wait for him to come tomorrow morning instead?
Well, the restaurant is gonna be closing, and for Venator to arrive on his own to the combat zone, good luck with that. So she'll be like, it's better that he rests at the apartment. So later she'll be telling Midnight and Venator about everything. So she's like
Okay.
absorbing all the information as much as she could.
Mhm. Okay. Then after you decide to actually keep quiet and listen to Bob Chan and listen to Mon Lin Yong. Bob Chan asks you a question, Mon Lin Yong. What is your purpose here?
You heard about the latest thing by the Piranhas grabbing something they are not supposed to have. I know they're a bunch of party boys, but I think they partied with the wrong kind of people.
As you can see, the piranhas are not here. You missed them in just within an hour. Their leader decided to actually left. She has something to do. But then he slowly turns to you. How do you know about the piranhas and about the item that they have? My young girl.
Well, I think I told you that, Daddy happens to work with a friend called Walter Cross. Apparently, Mr. Cross told us.
Mr. Cross. Yes, yes. I know about Mr. Cross. Me and him, we crossed paths many, many times. We worked together many, many times. Back when he was a young edgerunner himself, back in 2020. But as you say, roll for conversation, social skills, and also persuasion, social skills.
Persuasion.
Okay, persuasion, conversation.
Just now was persuasion, now conversation. And then one more?
That's it. That's that. Only
Ah,
persuasion and conversation. Okay, and
Yeah.
this is all you two speaking in Mandarin. You know, you're not speaking in English. You're all speaking
Yeah, I know.
Mandarin. Then he said, huh. So he turns to you. You work for Walter Cross now, Miss
In
Mao.
order to Yes, in order to find Daddy, I need to work for Walter Cross. Apparently, he has something about that.
How much is he paying you for this information?
Whatever I can
Hmm.
to get
Did
by,
did
and
he
that
disclose the
maybe.
amount, Mao?
Well, 3K, good enough to get by for the month.
Your character forgot, is it? Okay, if your character forgot, roll for deduction. Deduction is where is deduction? Ah, yeah, in education skills, deduction. Okay, then remember, it was 3,000 eddies. You remember? You told Bob Chan this 3K and eddies. You tell him, and then Bob Chan here. And then after that, he turns to the man behind him, the fully cybernetic bodied man. And after that, he speaks in Mandarin and he laughs. 3,000 eddies? 3,000 eddies? 3,000 It speaks out. For that information, wow, for that data, it's more. It's definitely much more. Wow. I heard them talking when they were indulging in eating the curry noodles, when they were having fun drinking the sake. They say that they want to sell the information to Militech for an undisclosed amount. Mao, I tell you, if you can give me that data, I will give you 5,000 eddies for it. And tell Mr. Walter Cross that it was destroyed, perhaps, during a fight. If you can give it to me, I will personally give you 5,000 credit, and your friends here will be our friends. The Silver Dragons will always welcome you with open arms, and your children's children, even. He speaks to you in Mandarin.
I know. It's happening with this stuff.
Okay, Ma, what do you want to do? You heard the conversation. The others, they have no idea what's going on. But all they hear was the laughter. So Haliman, Remy, and Hibana roll for human perception.
Okay. Human perception, is it?
Yeah, when he was laughing. Fail, a fail. Haliman, DV15, DV16. Okay, Hibana, when Bob Chan was laughing, it indicates that Mao said something that made it really, really funny to the point that he was looking at the man. There must be something to do with the job. Something with the job.
She basically, from the laughter of the old man, she kind of deduced that it was about the job, but she doesn't know what is the detail. So she's like, all she knows is about the job, but why the laughter
Yes.
part?
Yes, that's the thing. Why the laughter? Okay, Mao, what do you want to do? Two actions for you. You can role play with the players, or you can answer Bob Chan.
Well, I still have to answer Bob Chan on it. And that,
But
Uncle.
But one thing first, let the players need to realize that you're shocked and surprised. Okay, you need to roll. You need to roll for your body skill, resist torture and drugs. Okay, to see the shock and surprise when you receive the money they're given. 3,000 or 5,000, 5,000 over 3,000. So roll for it.
All right.
Kind
So
of
it's
like,
only me, right?
yeah, only you.
Only you.
I think Mao's face is like,
Yeah.
yep, his face,
Faith.
her face is like Ace Ventura. He's like,
You don't lose. You don't lose humanity over this. It's just that you're shocked. You're taken by surprise that your uncle Bob Chan is willing to give you 2,000 extra, 3 to 5,000 eddies over this. Enough for you to actually leave the Cube Hotel and perhaps stay in a better place. You think to yourself. And then to that shock and surprise, Haliman, Remy, and Hibana roll for human perception against Mao, okay, with a +1 bonus modifier.
Please, you can't fail this.
They don't pass. So DV10. So they all know it's like shock and surprise. Then you can't hide the fact that something happened. But now Mao, the others they notice this. You're not too sure whether they notice this or not, but they notice it where it comes from you. Okay, Mao, what do you want to do? You can talk to your players, character, any one of them, or you can talk to Bob Chan.
Uncle, cannot like that. No, Uncle, you taught me the value of being loyal. I know money is important, but I know life is hard also. But dot.
So you told Bob Chan that money is important, loyalty is important. So Bob Chan looks to you and said, then it's your choice, young Mao. You can get the information, the data that Water Cross wants you to give. But remember, I offer you something bigger this time. I offer you my trust. I offer you solitude here at my place, the combat zone area. Do you think that the other gangs dare to come through the streets of where my restaurant stays? No, of course. But think about it now. Think about you and your friends. He speaks to you in Mandarin again. All this was in Mandarin.
What is on Mandarin, right?
Let me tell you, if you want to talk to the piranhas, you can come tomorrow, perhaps, in the morning or until the evening and wait for them. Or I can tell you where they are keeping the data right now.
Well, we still need the data, right? Of course, asking the piranha straight up would be easy and easily being killed for them.
Yes, it is your choice. He said there. Came out, one last action to you. What do you want to do?
Well, we still need to know where they keep the data. Uncle Bob, I'm doing this for Dad.
Roll for your persuasion and the social.
Family is important, Uncle. And I'm here for that. Persuasion, here we go.
Family is important, but business is business to me. Your father would have think differently if anything did not happen to him, of course. But it is best that you think this through. However, just let me tell you where the gang is currently is at the moment. This isn't a restaurant. You just need to take the street down and head towards the prison. They are staying somewhere at the old Japan town. The Piranhas hold 2 district locations, and they are guarding it, of course, against the Red Chrome Legion. The Wang Fang gang is just too busy protecting their streets and their turf from the Red Chrome. And the Wang Fang wants to take over the whole district. However, NCPD is still holding the place down. So there's open warfare currently. But the Red Chrome Legion is also heading towards the Piranhas as we speak. Perhaps waiting and waiting for their time. Perhaps also hearing that they actually hold something precious in their hands. So, if you want to look for the leader is within this district, of course. It will take you roughly about less than 30 minutes. Right car, of course. Or you can walk there. Vehicles might cause too much of a commotion if they see it. If you don't carry the gang logo, of course. But Mao, it is again, like I said, your choice. Okay, Mao, you're done. He already told you where it is, in which district. Okay, now going to Haliman Saksek. Okay, Haliman, 2 action to you. You notice the shock and awe from Mao. And also the agreement of everybody here in the restaurant when Mr. Bob Chan points to you and everybody said in Mandarin, yes.
I asked Mao politely, so any updates? Because I have no idea what you said.
Hold on there. Yeah, hold on. I think we just go along some other time. Now I'll explain everything.
Excuse me.
Hold on there.
Okay. Okay. And what about earlier? Your uncle Bob Chan seems to look at me and saying something. Did I do something wrong or something? Okay. Thank. Can you say thank you to your respected elder? Me. And that's all.
Uncle Bob bobs his head. Thank you. And then after that, the Aliman is like done. Okay, now back to Hibana. Hibana, 2 actions to you. What do you want to do?
She basically looks at Mao and she just does the whole hand signal to like, should we go out, should we stay, or what's the plan? Because she doesn't know what they spoke about, but she wanna ask Mao later, like, what was the laughter about? I mean, she knows it's about the job, but she doesn't know what was it about.
Okay. You have to ask Mao. Mao have to answer you back.
Mm-hmm. So she's like shyly to Mao.
I'll explain. I'll explain later.
Mm-hmm. She's like, should we go out? Should we stay?
Well, Uncle, I think it's late. You also want to close up your shop. Let us not keep your staff here, on overtime. I know you don't pay a lot of overtime to them.
I interject. But before that, where's the nearest kitchen sink I need to put my dirty dishes away? If you allow.
There's no dirty dishes. The lady just said, just leave the plate there.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Hibana's done. Okay, Remy, to you.
I noticed the smile and the shock, but I just think it's to do with some jab at us foreigners. So I will just continue to sit quietly to one side, and even though I don't have these abilities, I am trying desperately to telepathically communicate with my group so that I don't speak out of turn.
All right. Okay, just stay there quietly, waiting. Hey, Mountain Young, to you, last action, to you, two actions, what you want to do?
Uncle Bob Chan, I think thanks for everything, Uncle. You know, we all know that you don't pay your workers too much, so I'm just gonna let you close up. If I need you, maybe I just drop by. I hope that the black pepper venison is on the menu this time.
Just come back when you are ready now. But it is now late. It is already 12. You see the man actually bringing your uncle, making sure they can walk properly. He's old already, very old. But now you and your companions are just dead, waiting. You can still see the taxi driver waiting outside, waiting for you all. As you actually left Mao, you head towards the car and then head straight to where you want to go. Now there's a taxi driver that turns to you and said, "Oh, so where to, huh? Well, it's late now, so it's not good to actually stay any longer in the combat zone."
For Hibana, she'll just point at the nearest bus stop to her and Midnight's place. And she tells him to the Polycon apartments, please. He just says that shyly, without staring too much at the driver.
There's no bus in the combat zone area, Ivana. But what I can do is I'm gonna drive out from here. Then after that, everybody will need to actually spend 20 eddies per person to head back towards their regular area. The taxi driver just asking, there'll be 20 eddies for each of you because you have to drop many of you off in different locations. And then after that, he would actually tell Remy not to take the subway because around this time it's very dangerous.
Actually,
But he's
you-
willing
I
to
was
send back to university just for 20 eddies.
Hey, by the way, where are you staying?
Where are you staying? You are actually, let me see. You didn't tell me where actually. Which area?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been tagging you guys to ask me where. So just simply throw all these locations randomly.
I mean, at least I know where I'm staying.
Yeah, I know where Subaki is staying. As I hear, I know where Midnight and Hibana is staying, which is here. And I do know that Remy stays here. But I have no idea where Haliman and Mao Lin Yong actually stays.
Wow, let me see. Cheap hotel, a place that is riddled with cute
Choose a
hotels.
district. Just choose a random district now. Just throw the token.
Okay.
Watson is an industry. I know Watson is a construction and the industrial area.
Oh, that's far, man. You sure you want to stay there? If you take a normal taxi ride, you're gonna be paying 60 to 100 eddies.
Wow, okay. Old city center. Very.
District 19. Holy shit, man.
District
Where?
44.
54.
Oh God, man!
You.
In the middle of radioactive zone.
Somewhere around there.
I'm just gonna take
you're,
22.
you're living in poverty. You know, what else can you ask for? Worst come to worst, Little Europe only. That's all.
I think you probably just need to stay somewhere here, the cube apartment. Just need to drag your character token out. Because I don't
Think?
think I have your character tokens. Yeah.
I haven't given you the character token. Oh well, okay.
Wait. I'm taking it out. Then,
Mm-hmm.
and then the next day, if you guys can reconvene again at a certain location, again spend another 20 ADs. But yes, 20 ADs by car, another 20 ADs by bus. By monorail.
Okay, let me just copy this number and do a simple math off camera. Minus 20. Oh, okay, good.
Okay, so where you all want to meet?
I think it's safely we can meet at the club if you guys want to.
Red Ribbon Club.
Yeah, we can just meet outside of it.
Works for me.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Meet up at the Red Ribbon Club, is it?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, outside of it. That way we can, those who want to have roleplay at their own places, like myself, we can just do it now. Because I need to tell Venator and Midnight about the whole thing.
I do want something, but just I don't know. My mind was just probably simple, like just recalling what the heck just happened.
Okay. So if you all actually meet at the club, I can actually bring you there. So immediately Venator will be at the club.
Up it is.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wait, I did say I was in the apartment because.
Yeah, I don't want to go to the apartment scene. I just go straight to the club scene.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, just be waiting there the whole time lah.
Yeah, actually from the apartment, the next day on the 7th of January morning, you all actually meet back again at the club.
Mm-hmm. Basically, Venator, are you waiting at the club or you waiting outside of it?
I wait outside first for you to come
You.
and just greet you.
Mhm.
Buenos dias, hermano. What do you want now? You're still what? You're still drunk?
I'm more sober than you, Choom. Anyway, not in here. Too much ears outside. Also, you're buying breakfast.
Yeah, whatever, hermano.
Mm-hmm. She just takes you to the table and sits here. Okay, how badly do you want to earn money?
We're desperate for money.
Well,
Of course, we need more money.
Well, we need to retrieve data from the Piranhas, and payment is 3K for the return of the data, and a little bit of extra if you want to grab the person who basically stole it and bring him back, preferably alive.
Got name and face.
So far unknown, since employer doesn't know who stole it, so it's gonna be up to us to find out who stole it.
Okay, so I took out my agent and opened any open bounties for any piranhas dead or alive.
Oh, any piranhas dead or alive.
Yeah.
Okay, you open up your agent. It's like, okay, we want a fixer.
Mhm.
If you want a fixer, you probably won't be getting much information. But if it's a bounty, which is actually from the NCPD, actually.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
That's the one I'm looking for.
All right. Then roll for your education skills. Criminology.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Okay. Right, you notice, you look at the list of people, the NCPD looking for the captured alive, not dead, alive. Okay, for all the criminals, you look for any information regarding piranhas. None. Apparently, they're only looking for people from Maelstrom, Red Chrome, and even Sixth Street, and one particular man from the Bozos.
I just sigh and I sigh. Ugh, no joy. Still nothing on it. Nothing. Any no open bounties on any piranhas.
Hey man, I mean, piranhas are like the wee bottom of the list. No good self-respecting lawman in Night City would even give them the time of day and put them on the bounty list. That's like elevating them.
I just put my elbow on my my
Okay,
arm
Jonathan, you
on
can
the
go for
table.
your local expert if you have local expert in the gangs. Okay, you just need to actually, if you do raise a local expert, the gangs, and after that, then
I have my home.
okay, or streetwise, okay, regarding piranhas.
Streetwise. Awareness.
Streetwise.
No.
Streetwise is under social skills, and then
Social.
education skills is local expert.
Okay. Streetwise.
Ugh.
Oh no.
Local expert.
Yep.
My home.
Mm-hmm.
6 net failure.
Okay. Okay. If piranhas are living on your home turf, you will probably get it. But I think this one you need to really tell me where is your home turf actually in your life path storyline. So so I'm just gonna assume that you probably fail this one. So
Yeah.
because the local expert is your home area, so your home area probably your home area it depends on which country you're from or which district you're from, and then you can use this form. But local expert usually you don't use my home. It's mostly on the district location. Local
okay.
experts on the map is like saying Westbrook and all those things. Those are local experts like the old Corp Center, old Japantown, Little China. These are the local expert area. So if you put in local expert Little China, then probably you're going to be getting that part of information. Okay, so you have no idea actually. You think about piranhas. Why are they not on the list? So maybe what Hibana said just now, maybe it's correct. Maybe because it's like the NCPD don't see a reason to catch them because they haven't. Perhaps they didn't do any crime, or they never really break into other than the combat zone. I mean, that's the reason. But you look around, you're like, there's like nothing. But hey, Ibana's done. Okay, Remy, you woke up in the morning all sweaty. You try to actually resist taking the drugs. You look at it. Many have been taken. Many have been bought off the streets of the university district. Roll for your resist torture to prevent yourself from taking it.
Yeah. Where is that again, buddy?
Under body skills, resist torture. Okay, you resisted. You resisted it. You told yourself, no. You struggled. Not this time. You got ready. You took your nearest coat. You look at your cube apartment. You open up the window. The only thing you see is just many of the gangs hanging out on the streets itself. Then you head out. You took the nearest monorail you can take and head straight towards the Red Ribbon restaurant where you can see the others are already there waiting for you. Okay, Remy, 2 actions. What do you want to do?
On the monorail, I'm going to try and find somebody who looks a little bit out of unaware. I'm going to sit down beside them, knowing that I am currently very low on eddies. I'm going to try and pickpocket them.
Okay. You're going to try and pickpocket them. The monorail doesn't really have that many people, Remy. But when you look, there is one particular person completely drunk, unaware of what's happening right now, completely unaware of what's happening right now next to him or anything in between. You notice that this person has red hair, wearing some sort of jacket, unsure where he is. It looks to you like, and then, but the trip was long. The man with red hair just like standing there looking. You head over. He stood there, trying to actually pickpocket him, using whatever skills he could actually use. But he went in. Just roll for your body skills, stealth. Okay, and then you pass. And then you just sat there, standing there. You notice that he does have his chips on him. Perhaps they're hard cash that he's actually holding, perhaps in his pocket. He didn't realize you were there first. Then you saw that opportunity and then took it from him. Then you notice that the man actually like slowly awakened and look up, and then, hey man, yeah. Then he just like look at you. Hey, you just disturbed my dream, bro. I was dreaming I was up in the skies, in the stars. I was with a crew. I was in some sort of battleship or something. Then you remember. Then you think, you see this particular brand apparently drunk, Remy. He was talking about some really, really old show, a really, really old sci-fi show. It's not called Star Trek. It's not called Star Wars. None of this actually existed.
No, Star Genesis.
He was talking about an old sci-fi series called Genesis. A really old series. You think to yourself, you were just a kid. Do you remember watching that show in multiple languages? But this particular man is just there. After he looked up at you, and then he went back to sleep. I was in a ship. I was driving a mecha. Then you took his money, and then you look at him. Do you take all his money?
I leave him with a couple of credits.
You leave him a couple of credits. All right. Okay. Please roll a D100 for me. All right. You took 26 eddies from him. 26 eddies. Maybe you just need 20. And you give him 6 back.
That works. I will then put my hand just on his forehead gently and just be like, yes, sleep. It's a really good dream. I've had it before. But don't worry, you're not the captain.
And just like said something. They just dreamt. Day after you walk, about to reach the station, and that's when they actually like got off and head towards the bar, where you can see the rest of the crew, the rest of the edgerunners already waiting for you. Okay, now your action's done. Okay, Venator, back to you. 2 actions.
Ash.
I'm thinking of something. Sorry, I was busy trying to
Venator is
find
like deep in
locations.
thought because Ivana just finished talking to Venator. Venator's like, deep in thought. They're like, it's Piranhas. He thinks to himself.
Okay, because I haven't been back to, considering I haven't been back to my hometown in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna just lean back and order my coffee. And this
Right.
time's a good shit, not Hivana's terrible brew.
Yeah, you order a coffee. The waitress actually like sent you a coffee and put it on the table where you and Ivana actually take a sip. It is still early in the morning. I'm just gonna assume that when you all went back like around 1 a.m., you all have more than 6 hours of sleep. So you don't have to roll for your endurance. So it's roughly about 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. right now. And you're actually like getting ready. Okay, Venator, you ordered some coffee. Okay, what's your action? What's your other action?
Personal grooming and wardrobe style. Before we left.
Okay. All right. If before you left, I'm just gonna assume all of you. Okay, this is very, very important. Okay. Roll for wardrobe and style for social skills. Everybody roll for it.
I go first.
Yeah, you go first. Yeah, you go first.
And yeah.
Okay, 11. Pauli Young, 15. Venator. Okay. Venator. 15, personal grooming 15, wardrobe and style 12, Remy 15. Okay, everybody did not roll below a 10, so it's good. So, Everybody knows how to style themselves up.
Nice.
I
Fourth
just
natural.
yeah, basically
Now,
Hibana.
Ivana learned from the mistake that night, like the club, and now this time she actually took some time to go to the web, to go to the net to actually look for some old photos to see how she's gonna groom herself.
Yep. That, and she also took a very nice steam shower.
Yes. Okay. Now, Vanessa, last action.
I'll just roll conversation because the way and because of my normal looks, just average pass look. I'll see if the waitress will suddenly strap up a conversation.
All right. Roll for conversation because you pour a 15. Hibana have +2, so conversation +1, 15. Okay. The waitress with a white gown, like looking with the glasses on the tray itself, looking at you. You really have some conversation with her. What do you say?
Good coffee. What's the brew today?
Well, cocoa's good. Ever tried hot Milo before? That's good for the morning. It's good for cybernetics even. But I saw you here last night. Now you're here in the morning. But the crowd mostly comes at night, not in the morning.
We're busy with something. It's nothing for you to be concerned about.
Yeah. Well, just enjoy the day. And then you can always come over. Who's that? Okay. Then what's your last action?
As she walks away, I just wave my hand. Again, and a good day, Luca.
And she said a good day to you. Then she turns and walks off to handle another customer. And then, okay, the action's done. Okay, Mao Lin Yong, 2 actions for you. What do you want to do?
Well, okay, let's roll back to the night before opening up my mail because I sent a message to my the IP man, basically my mentor,
Mm-hmm.
that going to got a job. That is the previous message. So gonna read up the mail.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you read up the mail, you send it. Okay, it's like a simple mail. IP man probably I receive it. And then for that night, they actually rested. And that's when you actually came to the restaurant.
And then, of course, I read about me meeting with the Bob Chan to IP man.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. Okay, that is just yesterday's action or action
Yep.
now in the morning.
Well, don't stir up any trouble in the subway, like committing some act of larceny.
Mm-hmm.
Larceny. See.
That's a very big word. All right. Don't want to do and don't want to stir any kind of trouble in the subway, so just arrive, just reach normally. Hold on,
Okay,
that.
you right, but you can actually see Hibana, Vanata, Haliman, even Remy arriving at the restaurant itself. Okay, what do you want to do?
All right,
Who do you?
head in, take the seat beside.
Mhm. Okay, you add in. You see the usual crowd, but this is first they actually see Vanata actually sitting down, drinking coffee, having a conversation with Hibana. What do you want to do?
No, my thought. Staying together. How nice. At least I have my little rabbit. Rabbits are easier to handle.
Oh no.
I reply, try taking care of a robot cat, hermano.
Oh, have you ever seen a robot rabbit before? They are much hardcore. Well, we're gonna have to wait for the others, but I'll tell you some of the things that my good old uncle there.
Speaking of uncle, Mao, what was the source of laughter that you and your uncle were laughing about? I know it's about the job, but I didn't get my hands on it. What was the topic exactly? What caused him to,
Okay.
Um,
Now you can
we
tell
have-
her, or you want to wait for the others to arrive first.
I'll explain later.
Okay. All right. Then next is Haliman. Success. 2 actions for you, Haliman. You arrive. What do you want to
Okay.
do?
On the road, before I leave my house, I received a very ominous ringtone. I know it, but a message. It was from an old ex from Arasaka, and I sweat bullets. Can I roll for resist torture and drugs?
Sure. If you want to torture yourself that way, go ahead. Resist or stand up.
Hey! Thank you.
Okay, you pass.
I
You don't lose humanity.
For me, I know this means. One of my exes by the name of Yelena found out I am back in the game as a doing work as an edgerunner. And she, for me, based on my experience, she might have sent edgerunners to find me. I carefully take the subway trying to blend in well, but can't shake the feeling that something's gonna happen. Really can't shake it.
Right. Okay. And then you receive that message. You ignore it at first. You resisted the urge. Then that is just a simple message. So what are you gonna do now?
I arrived, but the thought of Yelena sending edgerunners or Arasaka people after me does not escape my mind. I'm not gonna tell anyone about this. I'm not gonna tell anyone about this. I arrive.
Okay. When you arrive at a restaurant, you can actually see Maulin Yong, Hibana, and Vanita sitting at one table, ordering food and drinks. You can see a number of people here less compared to others last night. You do see a number of people still playing pool, but perhaps they arrived early and then decided to actually stay. But what do you rather do now? Last action.
As I reach, I say, "Oh come on! Why do you have to sit behind the rookie? Or you know what? Waiter, do you have an extra chair? I'm not sitting beside that girl." Point at Hibana angrily.
Okay.
I
Alright,
I growled at this guy. You got a problem with Romano?
No, I have a problem with ladies. Thank you very much.
Wow. You're gynophobic. Uta.
Oh, hey, it's not about that. It's something personal, right? I'm fine with enemies, but I'm not fine babysitting her. She is close to someone that I know.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that, Romano.
Yeah, keep
You
telling
know what?
yourself, hermano.
You know what? I'm just gonna sit. Alright, fine. Happy now?
No.
Sheesh.
But you gay?
No, I just have bad experience. Can I roll to lie? Like, I lie about having bad but in actuality, I lie because I don't want to tell them about my exes.
Acting versus human perception.
I'll roll that too. I'll roll human perception as well.
I will also roll a human perception.
Okay, the DB to beat is 12. Okay.
I rolled a 12.
Oh no.
Okay. Alright. Okay, equal to beat. Okay. Alright, you can actually see that he's a bit nervous. He's lying through his nervousness. Even Maulin Young also noticed that. But Vanata is like maybe enjoying his cup of coffee too much, but didn't even notice the rust. Okay.
In my mind. Nice.
Okay. Then you nervously like ordered coffee for yourself. Elaman and but of course for Ivana and Mao you actually noticed it. But you didn't say a word. But Remy, you're the last to actually arrive because you take monorail. The distance between you and Haliman is actually the same. When you arrive at the restaurant, you actually enter the door and you can see the rest of the party, the rest of the edgerunners already waiting, sitting there. As you enter, the others actually notices you coming in. They're already enjoying their coffee, perhaps. Maybe because it's nervous. It's the first job for everybody, perhaps. Other than doing normal running work. This is perhaps like one of the biggest highly paid run that you're going to be doing. So, Remy, as you arrive, what do you want to do? 2 actions?
I head straight over and order a coffee.
Hibana waves hi to you. Actually come in. Then you actually went to actually sit on the table and then order coffee, which you actually did. The waitress actually arrived, actually took any of your orders, and then you just sat there to see what's going on. But you see they're all actually waiting for you, perhaps waiting for you to actually start a conversation or to start first. Okay, Remy, what do you say? What do you do?
Look, so whatever happened last night, I guess it was both good and bad. We got in, we had some conversation, but I don't know what the fuck actually ended up getting talked about. Am I right?
I just struck. You tell me, hermano. I just went home. I just went home at midnight because that girl, that chica, was beat drunk.
Hey, she only gets drunk when she's got too much on her mind, and I'm not there to support her. You can't.
Keep telling us about the hermana.
I'm a lot more closer to her than you, at least.
Oh, and remind me, who was the one who told, who's supposed to bring her home again? Hmm.
Someone gonna have to, keep the bread flowing in the household, and I know it's not gonna be you.
Right. Keep telling us about the hermana.
She shyly looks at Remy and she say, "Boss man, leader, whatever you wanna call yourself." She looks at everybody, then she's like, "Okay, Miss Mao, you can, tell us what was the cause of laughter between you and the old man from yesterday."
Okay, could that what Bob Chan is just being like, he could actually offer more for a similar job. Hey,
Wait, you mean he want to give us more money in exchange for what?
for our head.
Someone else talk? I don't want to be the only one who is hogging the roleplay.
I'm just got nothing to say. I got nothing to say. Seriously, I got nothing to say.
Oh, you could pay more. You could pay more for all you want, but well, I just don't want to, go in the wrong way. Just a choice. Just a choice. This kind of things to happen in sometimes in my line of work. Previously,
How much?
someone gives you a higher pay.
How much is he willing to pay?
I put down my palm, all fingers open.
Okay. All fingers open. Okay, they have no idea what's going on. Roll for deduction. Roll for deduction except for Mountain Young. Everybody roll for deduction. DV10.
Yep. Where is deduction? Oh,
Fingers open. It means 5 lah. I really right?
is it a
Yeah.
pass or failure for me?
Okay. Everybody pass. As long as you beat the DV10. Mountain Young slammed his palm on the table, showing all 5 fingers. When all of you actually look what he's actually pointing. That man that she was speaking to last night was actually willing to offer 5,000 eddies. 2,000 more on top of what Walter Cross is actually offering.
Hibana's
But
I don't want to use words.
But at the same time, because of your deduction, there must be something going on. Why is he willing to pay so much? But the TV for this is 15. Remy, when Mountain Young put 5 fingers, when Hibana asked how much, 5,000 eddies. you think to yourself, what is so important regarding this data, this information that the piranhas are actually holding at this current moment is so important to the silver dragon's owner? What does he want with it? You're unsure. You will need to do more further investigation regarding this. But the only way you will find out is only by going to the piranhas themselves or head towards the silver dragon and wait for the piranhas to actually have their party time by enjoying the food there, or head straight to where the piranhas are and deal with them directly, either through conversation, through combat, or through net running. That's the only way. But only you know this, only you think about this due to your deduction roll, Remy. Okay, Remy, I'm gonna go to you. What are you gonna say?
More importantly, did we get the information we were looking for? Did we find out where the piranhas are?
Well, not to. Well,
Only you know this information, Mao. Bob Chan told you where the piranhas are, but you have not told the rest of the other edgerunners yet. But Remy have asked you this question: where the piranhas' current location?
oh, it's hot, I tell you. Let me tell you, if you really want to waltz in there, prepare to lose a few fingers while we waltz up. Right in the middle of the hot zone.
Hibana,
Of course, they also have the red chrome legion and the tails, and a few gangs around them. Gang warfare, fighting each other.
Hibana basically shyly says to everybody, the question here is not the who has the what. The question should be, what is worth that much that you got a fixer and a potential mobster fighting for it? I mean, the mobster's willing to pay $5,000 each to have that measly data delivered to him. What is so special about it?
Well, big corpo stuff. Very big corpo stuff, apparently. To be exact, military.
Okay. Maybe there is a way to please both sides. I mean, we could technically take the data from the piranhas and make a copy of it, giving it to to the weird uncle, and giving it to the fixer. That way, we can get paid on both ends.
Okay, but the moment Mao mentioned Militech, Haliman, after Hibana, after you finished talking, Haliman, you heard Militech, that this data, Militech wants it, but the old man is willing to actually give 5,000 eddies just for this information because of Militech. What are you going to say?
Militech wants this. Well, looks like I'm intertwined with this shit now. I suggest we give it not to the old man, but give it to Militech.
How much is Militech is going to be paying for it? Because we don't do this job out of charity.
Well, Militech is going to give us one bullet for each of us. Yeah.
Exactly. If they can offer, I don't know, 10k eddies per person, I'm willing to give it back to them. Until then, the mobster seems to be...
cash? Want cash and not weapons. How foolish are you?
Hey, rent is not cheap, especially in this city.
Yeah. So as guns and good gear.
I can't eat bullets or guns.
Well, if it comes to guns, we could just, I don't know, pick them off them dead piranhas.
Exactly. Venator speaks good on this one, for once. Sorry, Venator. Anyway,
You guys don't understand. You guys don't understand this. I have a friend in Militech. I'm not gonna disclose who, but he's a higher up there, same field as me.
Okay.
If this is something to do with his work, I'm willing to help.
Okay, then call your friend and ask him what is missing from Militech, and they are willing to pay a finder's fee of 10k eddies per participants.
He and I have our own agreement not to disclose too much. This is way too close to him. I know because I occasionally have contract works with Militech as their techie.
Okay, then call him. Ask him. Did Militech loses something? If yes, are they willing to pay to have it back? If yes, how much?
I'm not telling you or her. No, her probably maybe. But I'm not telling you to that. I put at Veneta and to midnight. Not telling you that.
Wait.
Ismail, what do you think? Can we make a copy of the data so we can give it to Uncle?
Haliman, you can call your friend Bando Avan and Gargaster his information. However, you can only use this favor once a week. Do you want to use this favor for this week? Remember, if you use it, Bando can't help you anymore for this week.
I won't use it unless it's dire because he has the tech that I need if I need to get out in sticky situation. He has the tech.
Okay. Yes. Adakah Anda ingin menggunakan talian hayat Anda? Anyway,
that's basically his ringtone for Bando.
yeah. Do you want to use your last call to Bando Avan? But anyways, okay, you heard all this information, Militech. Hey, why does the old man want this? Hibana said that it's best to actually work it three ways: Militech, Walter Cross, and perhaps even with the Silver Dragon. There's so many at stake here. Now, okay, Haniman done your roleplay, roleplay. Venator, you hear all these things. You hear all the conversation. But Remy, okay, is that one conversation action for you? To who?
I'm gonna look over at Venator and I'm just gonna be like, as you seem to have maybe the most contacts with anybody of some sort of physical nature, should I say? What do you reckon? Militech? Walter Cross? Or should we look at a few extra coin?
The Silver Dragon.
I mean, maybe.
This is to Venator. Remy is talking about.
I finished my coffee, put it on the calmly put on the saucer. Well, we do need a coin. We're good on the equipment because like I said, we could just simply take it off those dead piranhas' hands. For now, money talks. You're shot. Well, you're shot. So for now, you're the shot caller.
So what do
I'm
you
just
think?
giving my opinion here. I just put my hands in the air.
So what do you think our friend Mr. Cross is going to do about it if we decide not to go with what he wanted?
Most likely backstab us in the back at the first chance he's get. I mean,
No, that's right.
she basically puts. I don't know if they have sugar cubes, but I'm just gonna assume that they still have sugar cubes. She basically puts 2 sugar cubes on 2 sides. One side is, Walter Cross.
You can EM this if it's just an action.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's basically a simple emote to them.
Alright, Venator, your conversation action to who?
No one, because I'm just waiting for us to start the mission already. Just waiting on it. I'm just
Okay.
waiting.
Alright, Mountain Young, it's like your conversation action to who?
Well, you know what? This is just digital data. You can make copies out of it. Only one thing, probably need some better hardware. Not this hunk of junk.
Who you're talking to actually? Your conversation action is to who?
Yeah, I mean to Hariman.
Okay.
We can make a copy. we do know what we can make copies of it. Just that we need better, wires, cables, hardware. Or we can even hold it to ourselves and hold it to the highest bidder if we want to. I mean,
Listen well. I'm not gonna betray my friends, especially my friend. I'm not gonna betray him for something menial as much sum of money. Besides, if you want me to on your ass,
I'm a
they can try. I don't know, but I hope they have no ties with whatever class we had.
I vote for Militech. If you guys won't give the data back to Militech, I won't join. Simple as that. All right. I'll do simple jobs. I guess do this run. Fair.
you have to persuade us.
It's like Haliman. If they would want to choose Militech, the character that are going to tell you to do another job need to go against your resist. Okay, persuasion against your Haliman's resist.
I roll 14.
Who are you going to persuade?
Everyone.
That means everybody will need to roll resist against you.
Resist?
What's
or...
that? What is that?
Oh, okay.
Oh, resist torture drugs. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's use that. That'll be the 6 Nef us or something?
Okay. Okay, you try to persuade them to actually give the information to Militech. However, Remy disagrees. Ivana completely disagrees with that. And then Vanata also disagrees. Mount Young is neutral.
Indifferent.
They are indifferent. But if they want to persuade you to say that, they can actually also persuade you and you need to roll resist torture to say that it's not about a god Militech. But it's now their turn. Now actions done, Haliman. Now going back to Hibana. Hibana, you roll natural 20, natural 10. Okay, action conversation for you to who?
Basically first to Haliman, then to everybody. To Haliman, she say, I understand what you and your friend are coming from, but Militech, if they learned that we may have acquired their product, they may, put a bullet at each and every one of us, including your friend and yourself, to silence every single one of us. There's no guarantee they will even pay us for the whole trouble. I don't want to get into a corporation's bad side. This is why it's safer to steal the data, make a copy of it, and then give it to both sides. Give it to Uncle Bob and give it to the fixer. Let them, take the fallout on everybody's behalf, including your friend.
Okay, first roll for persuasion. Hibana roll for persuasion. Haliman roll for resist torture. And then Haliman also, you need to roll for your education skills in getting the data. Roll for cryptography. Okay, under education skills.
Okay,
Okay, persuasion 19, resist torture 17. So Haliman, you failed. You heard what actually Ivana said. Now roll for your cryptography under education.
Who, me?
And
Cryptography, Haliman only.
Oh, okay.
Haliman, you roll
I got
natural
a
10.
net pass.
So Hibana said it is best that we actually copy the data and give it to both Walter Cross, Militech, and also Uncle Bob. But this type of data and this type of information cannot be copied. There's only one copy and only one copy alone. Why do you think they're willing to pay so much for it? You think to yourself, you cannot be copied. This is where you go back to Hibana and tell him they cannot be copied.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. Listen, all of you. That is one of a kind. It can't be copied. It can't be even, have multiple copies. We can only have one. Just one. If you want Militech or anyone else up your ass, fine. But don't involve me in this. I have been through a similar bullshit with women of the same
Zap,
power.
let me remind you, you failed your resist torture. You have to agree with Hibana, meaning that you will follow them regardless. You have to roleplay this accordingly. You have to roleplay this accordingly.
I'll rant first. I'm ranting. Since you persuade me, I'm just gonna help. Anything else? You're on your own. Right?
Okay.
This is why I dislike girls like her.
I just
Okay.
shrug. I just shrug. One copy, and it's very volatile. Huh? Sounds familiar. and I just chuckling.
Okay. All right. Yeah, chuckle. Okay, Remy. Action conversation to whom? Party or to one person?
This is to the party. So, the way I see it, we have 3 avenues, maybe more. Everybody seems to want this. The fact that we have it means we have power. We have all of the tricks up our sleeves at the negotiation table. I suggest that we learn what this data is. Can you do that, Halimon?
You're asking a techie to run the data once we have it and not give it to Militech? Are you crazy?
No, I'm asking, can you get the data?
You need to as a net runner. I'm not a runner, I'm an engineer. But I can decipher it if you need me to do it.
So, can you? And I've forgotten who is the net runner here.
That'll be
Mao and Hibana.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I mean, you get the data, you can read it. If we can read it, yeah, see what kind of something in there. We can set our own stage, right?
See?
Yeah.
Only question is, what's in there?
Have you got the skills to get this data?
Well, been working under the CCP or the Chinese cybertech protection. We did a lot. If you realize that one of your favorite soft drink recipe has been changed, probably done by me.
Hibana basically, like, while her head is like lean on the back of the chair, she looks at you, Mao, and say we got the data, Mao. Are we able to read it just so we can learn the content? I mean, everything.
You never know.
I mean, we just.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. Sometimes security on these things can be rubbish.
Okay, I mean, your Uncle Bob seems to be a really persuasive man if he's willing to give us $5,000 to get his hands on the data. And sadly, we can't make any copy of it. I'm leaning towards money. I got rent and other stuff that, you know, life is expensive. Guns can't feed me as much as I want to.
Does anyone disagree with learning what this information is?
Well, until you connect it,
Zaf,
until
I disagree wholeheartedly, but I'm willing to help. That's all. I won't tell more than that, alright?
Okay, Haliman, the only way from your deduction is once you do manage to retrieve the data, there's only two ways this can happen. Either you give to Watercross, you give to Bob Chan, or if you don't tell Militech about this, there's only two ways. The best they don't know, the better. If they know, it's gonna be quite difficult. They will not pay you for it, they will take it away from you by force.
I keep this information to myself
You keep this information to yourself.
because I know if everyone doesn't want to give to military, they only want money. If I tell them,
You're
I'm gonna be in
edgerunners.
trouble.
Running is all about money. Otherwise, how are you gonna pay rent?
exactly.
Yeah, but still, there are, you know, other ways not to go behind your contract employer. This is one of it. Oh, no.
Yes. All of you know for a fact that there are three parties now involved in this: the Piranhas, Bob Chan, Watercross. Let's put four parties to it. Militech. They don't know yet.
Yep.
So now, let's go. Okay. Now going back ke Veneta dan Maunyong dan and so that. Okay, Hibana. Conversation action, party or individual?
Just towards Remy. She's like, boss man, what do you think? Should we, lean towards the side of money and get ourselves a hefty paycheck? Or,
Local good patrol.
or should we, put our faith in the fixer Walter Cross and just hand the thing to him? You decide. Cards on the table, I'm leaning towards cash. And the good standing with Uncle Bob.
Remy is thinking,
Yeah. I know where my cards are leading, but I've made that clear. I want to control the power of this information.
Want me to tell you one thing? It's better if we play ignorant. The more we know, the more the bullet to our heads gets closer. The lesser we know about this, or you can easily just say you did not know anything. You've just been paid to take the data from person A and hand it over to person B. But halfway through, you decided to give it to person C.
The problem with setting up an argument that suggests that we could die if we choose one way or the other is that isn't going to work with me. I don't care if I die. I've got nothing else to live for. So, yeah.
everybody roll for human perception on Remy. Okay. Right, Remy, you need to actually roll for your conversation. Whoa, everybody passed. Everybody passed. Even if you roll a 1, even if you roll a 2, you pass against Remy. Okay, everybody. When Remy mentioned that he doesn't care about death, there must be something going on. It's like this man, he's completely living on the edge. He's living on the edge already. So, okay, Hibana to Remy is done. Okay, Remy. Okay, Hibana, you notice this, that Remy doesn't seem to care. Whatever happens. Okay, Vanita. Conversation action to Remy.
No, don't tell me you lost someone. Family?
Was that to me, sir?
Yes.
Yeah.
Vanita, all of them will be asking you questions, starting from Vanita, Mauninyong, Haliman, and Hibana.
Yeah. I was happy before. I was clean before.
Clean.
And a
When
daughter.
he mentioned that he was cleaned, you have no idea what actually mentioned by clean. You now roll for deduction.
Alright, I'll go for deduction. Let me see. Okay.
Under education, okay. When he mentioned clean, you immediately think Remy's taking drugs.
Okay. I see. You're into the sweet stuff, huh?
Not by choice.
Hmm.
I
And
was.
then after Mauninyong, now your conversation action to Remy. Oh, you already answered.
Now,
This one you said, oh dear, a druggie. That's why my friend said no to drugs. Okay, this is not a question to him. Okay.
well, we all can talk about the money and the data. Question: how are we gonna get it? You know, as we talk now, the Piranhas are having a good time in Uncle Bob's place. We can be nice, or we can, while they're having a good time, we can go into their place. There are so many ways.
Okay.
But I give my idea. Why not we, give them a good time? Be good buddies while distracted. Someone's find the data. I don't mind being the bait, as long as there's no gunfight. Right?
I just cross my arms on the table and lean a bit. You're really taking all the fun out of me, aren't you?
Hey, listen here. I just don't want to get fully involved and connected towards this heist. I'll help, but no firefight or showing my face. I don't want Militech or anyone else to find my face. I already have a bounty on my head. You don't want to know about it.
Since if we
If you don't want to show your face, just wear a fucking mask, hermano.
Sorry for having a good-looking face.
Well,
Okay, Ivana, what's your conversation action? Okay, Ivana, lastly to you. Party or Remy?
Party basically, when she heard that we need to do this but without firefight, that's when she remembers the band from yesterday. The guy, what's his name? The leader of the band. Maybe if Remy talks to him or anybody can talk to him, maybe he's willing to make a party for the piranhas in their place of action. We can get them drunk, disoriented, distracted, and steal the data while they sing and dance in a free party.
Ah! Like you can dance.
My job is not to dance. My job is to hack in with Mao's help and, get the data out.
Oh, so those things are not for sure?
Yeah, no wonder you're gonna be ended up on the street. All talk
And then lastly, okay, Remy, last to you.
If you guys are putting your faith in me to make the decision, then I say we take the data. We don't have to decide what we do with it yet. Let's just get it.
I'm okay with that.
Right? Okay, you decided to actually take the data. You heard, the rest of you have heard what Remy said, but you have all not decided yet where to go next. So, where to go next? Now, starting from Hadana, one action.
I basically look at Remy and say, well, we need to exactly know where the piranhas exactly hang out. So, who's the best person to ask about where a bunch of lowlives who would hang out like the piranhas?
I think we found that information out from Bob Chan, didn't we? Looking at Mal.
Well, they do. I think as we speak, probably they're having a good time in Uncle Bob's place.
Okay, Mao, you're the decision maker now. Bob Chan or directly straight to Piranhas? You know where the place is.
Okay, now Piranha's place is just
Piranhas home turf or the restaurant?
Okay, there are two choices. You can go to a restaurant. You can go to Uncle Bob Chan's. Maybe be a nice person. Ask them to hand it over. But if they do like to party, I think they don't want too much trouble with popos. Let us take the heat out. Let us take the burden out of their shoulder. Or we can go to their turf, which is just to where Uncle Bob is. And I say it's, but if they left the turf a little wide open while they are having their parties there. Oh, by the way, the
What was that now? Repeat it. We couldn't hear you on your last sentence.
The Red Chrome Legion is nearby. They tend to say.
Now. I vote for Uncle Bob's restaurant. Someone needs to keep it's better we steal while they're distracted, like way distracted.
Tend to agree.
So we better call a taxi. Unless everybody want to ride the monorail.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm good with either. Monorail's fine.
Thank you. Makes that noise. I suggest we take a shared taxi like last time. It'll be easier.
Really? It's 20 eddies per person.
Oh, and you don't have any money, Miss Nice Looking?
It's 20 eddies per 10 kilometers.
Oh. Well, the rest of the money is for rent, you know. Some of us needs to eat.
Some of us need to buy drugs.
Oh. Kenapa lah korang semua macam ni, ha?
Didn't your parents teach you how to save for rainy days?
Exactly. Save up your money for your rainy days. At least some of us here thinks.
Kamu diam lah. You shut up.
Okay. So I'm still waiting for your guys' decision.
Uncle Bob's.
Kebabs.
Using what? Monorail or taxi?
I'm in the monorail.
Monorail it is.
Monorail lah.
Monorail?
All go as a group there. All go as a group.
Monorail, huh? Okay. So
Everybody's taking the rail. Support the public infrastructure.
So public transport, it is the right way.
At least we are being friendly and considerate to the environment by encouraging public transport.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
I mean, think
Gas
about
station.
it. We are, you know,
Bro, you said the taxi is also public transport. Remember that. Taxi is also public transport. What are you talking about?
Yep.
okay. Even though the
mass
public transport at most times is safer during this time, however, it's also per individual pricing. So I hope you guys got the eddies for it.
Yeah. I still have some left.
Yeah, so it's 20 per person.
Okay, wait, I
No problem.
remember I took midnight back home, so it should be about I lost about 40
Yes, 40 eddies already back and forth.
80.
I did it up.
Okay. 60, then minus 20, right? So should be about 40 eddies left.
Yes, race. Okay. So
Yeah,
you all
Fuck.
yeah, are we ending soon?
No, we've got 30 minutes left.
Damn it.
Yes. Right. So you take the monorail. All of you took the monorail and paid 20 eddies each to actually head towards the Silver Dragon restaurant. When you actually head out, you can see a number of gangs actually like looking at you. A number of them. Are you all carrying assault rifles?
I only have my handgun with me.
Yeah, handgun also.
I
Handgun,
have my
you got the
grenade.
handgun or assault rifle?
Handgun.
My assault rifle's at home. I'll only pick up when we're ready for the mission.
Alright.
I left
Okay.
my grenade launcher
If
at
your handguns, okay, everybody roll for conceal, reveal object.
I don't have any gun on me. I left my grenade launcher at home.
Alright, then you don't have to roll for it.
Where is the thing? The conceal remove?
Conceal, reveal is an awareness skill.
Oh, okay. Awareness and 12, because it's a -1.
Okay.
No, it's a
12
fail.
plus 1, so it's a pass.
Mhm.
Okay. You all actually head straight towards the restaurant from the city area itself. And then move towards where the restaurant. Okay. The monorail is here, not far from where you are. Then you took a walk and head towards the restaurant. When you arrive at the restaurant, it's already roughly around 10:30 a.m. You arrive, the woman actually opens the door and sees the rest of you. Speaks Mandarin. And only morning you understand and say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in to the Silver Dragon restaurant. And after he looks at Hanuman, you, come, bring your friends, savor the food, enjoy.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, morning young, as you entered, you noticed that young Bob Chan is busy talking to a silver-haired woman sitting on one particular chair. You can see a man also like guarding himself, like with the face fully covered by some sort of cybernetic balaclava, I think to yourself. Cybernetic arms on his left and right shoulder, and perhaps cybernetic legs even. And his body actually covered with some sort of tight leather which actually entered. And then after that, the lady at the counter actually looked at you all and said, please take a seat. We'll be right back with you. Here, as you actually enter, you see one particular lady with long silver hair. When you look at her, roll for all of you, actually. Roll for Streetwise.
So, Streetwise. Oh, come on! None of that! Oh no, this is not gonna end well.
Somebody likes the booty.
Or like the other way around. Or the other way around.
Yeah, the booty likes you.
That
Mm.
natural point. That's the 7 natural pass.
You see a silver-haired woman sitting at the end. She seems to be the only person in the room that seems to be holding some sort of assault rifle. And she seems to be enjoying herself as she's like sitting down there eating her food. She looks at the rest of you. She says, you don't see anybody else there. And you see Bob Chan like talking to her. And after that, like, and then Bob Chan lays her head over.
Good morning, Uncle.
Uncle Lucy, right on time, Mom. Right on time. Then he whispers to you, that lady over there, she is the head of the Piranhas. And you don't have to rile her up, but she seems to be enjoying herself. She looks into the well-being of his people. But I hope you enjoy the food too. Well, for our services, entertainment, and everything, you can order the drink. It is everything here. You know, like in the menu. And after you see Uncle Bob Chan sitting down there on the table, and now you see the hostess coming over. Then she gives you the menu. You all order the food and drinks, and each of you paid 10 eddies for it. Remy, you don't have enough. Okay. So you may have to ask from your companions to actually pay for you.
I have 20 left.
Okay. 20 left. Then after that, the lady actually like ordered, looked to you all. And after eating for about roughly an hour, it's already now 11:30 in the morning. And you see the lady, like during that time, actually speaking in Mandarin to Bob Chan. Okay. Morning Young, if you're sitting here, you need to roll for your perception.
Perception.
Yes.
Hold on there. Perception. Awareness. Perception. I'm using a luck point before I
Okay,
roll.
you declare your roll, your luck. How many luck points are you using?
Each luck is extra 1 point, right?
Yeah, it's like you need to declare how many you're using, then you roll.
Right. I'm holding my so okay, I'll use 2.
Use two. Okay, roll.
Hey, how to start off? Wait, because I already clicked
Then
on
it's a
the
plus
mouse.
two. Right? Oh, it's only a plus two.
I mean, how many luck to start with? By the way.
You are the one that
Oh.
put the luck points.
Okay, 6. Okay, 6. Okay lah. I think I spent 2 now. Should be good.
Okay. Then you reduce your luck points from there. Then roll. Roll for perception.
I'll roll first, then I'll reduce it. Okay.
Yeah, 12 plus 2,
I think I
14.
spent that.
12 plus 2 is 14 because you use 2 luck points.
Yep.
Okay. Actually, I'm listening to that. For ring that 1 hour's time, from 10:30 a.m. all the way to 11:30, you're trying to actually hear the conversation for that 5 minutes. You're unable actually to actually get through. You're unable to actually hear what they're actually talking about. Something must be like going on. Think to yourself, but what is it? You hear them actually talking. And you hear the silver-haired lady actually telling Bob Chan, the deal is the deal. Bob, Uncle Chan, the deal is the deal. You give me what I want, I give you what you want in Mandarin. Otherwise, that information is going to be sold off to others. They'll be given to me. You don't need such things, Uncle. But I want to be friends with you. You and the Silver Dragons. I give it to you. You give me the protection that I want against the Red Chrome Legion. The Red Chrome Legion is coming to my turf and invading my turf day to day. But I'm losing as many as them. But I cannot withstand them. I know you are strong, Uncle. But with your help, we can be stronger. I know you want the information, but I will not give you. Think about it, Uncle. You got 1 week to decide. Then after that, like you see your uncle just sitting there like quietly. And then after that, then you hear your uncle like saying things like, if I don't let my men actually help you, then you will suffer. And then you will die. Then I will come over and retrieve the data myself anyways. You are not here to come and savor my food and intimidate me where I stay. But if anything, I'll take it off your dead hands anyway. Then you hear the silver-haired lady actually speaks out and said, even if I'm gone, the data will be destroyed. And I'll make sure that everything will be tied to you. What will happen if Militech finds out? Well, I will be dead by then, but you'll still be around, Uncle Chan. If I were to tell Militech, even a single piece of data was taken by you, Militech will raid your restaurant and raid everything they hold dear for. Then you see Uncle Chan is out, speaks and said, Militech comes to me, then I'll hand everything. But you notice that his face changed. His body language changed. Since everybody can roll for human perception to look at Uncle Chan, but Marlin Yong, you have a perception bonus of +2.
Because I understand
Fail.
everything.
Janitor is just enjoying his steamed bun and curry noodles.
Quietly.
Yeah, quietly.
I am just trying to not, notice the girl. I'm just like, please don't let me, please don't let me again. That I'm sweating bullets. Like, please not let history repeat. I'm sweating bullets.
Yeah, Liman, you see, you don't see the special expression, but it was very tense. But the one that actually noticed everything that was actually completely different was Marlin Yong and Hibana Suzuki. For Remy and Haliman, you don't notice anything. You do hear the conversation was quite intense in Mandarin. But for Hibana and Marlin Yong, it was quite intense. Very intense. If anything, everybody here in this room with guns in their coats and guns at their sides were taken down, and probably there'll be gunshots right now. But where are the rest of the piranhas? There's only one girl here. She's quite bold. You think to yourself, for Manin Yong and Hibana, she's quite bold to actually come here with only one bodyguard to walk here. But Uncle Bob just got up from the chair. He bows his head to the silver-haired lady. Then he said, in English, enjoy your food, lady. I will think about our business proposition soon. I'll get back to you next Monday. They go back. Then after that, head over to your table, Mao Nin Yong. Then he speaks to you first. Then he speaks English. You are all welcome in my house. You are all welcome in my restaurant. But enjoy the savory food. And then he turns to Mao Nin Yong. Mao Nin Yong, remember what I told you. Your action now will also cause a lot of grief. Think about it. But don't think about it over an empty stomach. But think about it over a full stomach. For a full stomach yearns the body's strength and wisdom. Then after that, he goes off together with the assistant and head upstairs. And you see the man, the body, then learn and turns to you all and said, I hope you all enjoy the food. And please enjoy. Okay. Okay, Mao Lin Yong. Okay, wait, starting from Hibana. Okay, Hibana, one action to you, whoever do.
Since she basically noticed the intense conversation, she basically whispers to Maolin Yong, since they're very close in terms of seating area. She's like, hey, what was the whole the whole intense conversation? What were those two talking? It sounds, intense, and who the fuck come to this place and, rile up some trouble?
And intense feelings. That's how they sounded like.
Can you speak clearly?
It's China. This is what they call Chinese business deals. They are pretty intense.
Okay, I'm gonna take a wild guess that that girl and the hunk of junk next to her of a bodyguard is, I don't know, a piranha, maybe. Could be wrong.
And I use my hand, and I use my hand to gesture, make a sign of a piranha
Mm-hmm.
behind, right? Not in full view, but like at chest level, and then gesture the hand like if you like tapping your fingers, snapping your fingers open and close.
Oh, okay. She's like, so what's the play? Should we shadow that girl and, ambush her outside, unless you want to ambush her right here?
Well, if a gangster is bold enough to come in with just one boy, but I don't want to sully Uncle Bob. Uncle Bob chance, please. No, Uncle is a family to me.
Okay.
Okay, action done. Okay, Remy, to you, individually or party?
I'm just keeping a close eye. I'm a little bit distracted. I'm not really paying attention to the conversations. I'm really keeping an eye on the woman sitting down and the guys around.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Okay, Veneta, action to you.
I just quietly enjoy my meal because I have no idea what's going on. All I hear is Mandarin, the ramblings in some Asian language.
Okay. All right, Mao Nin Yong, to you.
Well, I think
What?
I'm gonna take a jet here. No, I'm gonna take a jet here. I tried to.
Yeah, what?
I tried to try to approach this assault rifle wielding lady from a distance, and then ask her very innocently, like, "You good friends with Uncle Bob Chat?"
Roll for conversation under social skills.
Yay, not the best. Here we go.
Let's go. Hey, pass.
Okay. But it looks to you while enjoying her food on the table. She raises her eyebrow, her rifle like nicely leaning on the wall. You can see the man here was actually a bit agitated. He actually like stare at you. And then this lady then actually raised her hand, stopping the man from doing any actions, dropping her guard, and said, "Yes, Uncle and me have gone far. I have been to this place ever since I was young, and I enjoy his food. I enjoy everything here. But if you excuse me, I want to enjoy my food and finish it and leave."
Well, guess she's not the talkative type.
Okay, and then you're done, Haliman. Okay, what do you do?
What do I know before I do anything? Because I got a pass for the streetwise thing. I left the blue screen just now, so I didn't get to hear what what you explained.
Okay, all right. That lady, obviously, she is the leader of the piranhas. Okay, she is looking after them. But apparently, she, you do know that she actually looks into the piranhas itself. But other than that, other than that, this is the only time that she actually enjoys herself and then really enjoying her food. She only know her as Fate. That's about it.
Faye. Her name is Faye. All right.
Hmm.
I gently got up and approached her slowly and greet her politely. Hello there, Faye. Your name's quite popular, but may I know about your gun? Though it looks very, looks interesting.
Roll for social skill conversation.
Yeah. Oh, come on!
Okay.
I see a
She
fourth.
looks at
I see
you.
a fourth X here.
It's a
She looked
6.
at you. She put down her chopsticks and said, "Hmm. First, that woman actually asked me that question, and now you. Are you all friends?"
Nah, we're just acquaintances. Not that close, but I am interested in seeing your gun. Haven't seen that model in a while. I haven't seen that model before. What's the gun model?
You have never seen this gun model before.
Yeah.
Well, roll for. Okay. Roll for conversation again. And then, like, and then she's like, huh, this is a new model from, of course, from Arasaka.
Oh,
But, but I don't think that you actually know more about it. Do you know your weapons really well?
well, I am a techie. I did dribble a bit on Arasaka Tech, but I couldn't get a lot on my hand. But I did fix some on the side.
Uh, yes. And this is nicely made, modified, of course. But I do not want to talk about my rifles here right now.
Oh.
Leave the rest of you. I just want to enjoy my food and head off.
Okay, if that's the case, if you ever meet, I'd like to, give some comment on your gun. Sorry, let's enjoy your meal. Alright, sorry to disturb. I calmly walk back to the table.
Okay. Did she finish the food and enjoying it? Okay. After a while, she got up from her chair, followed by the guard, bring her out. She actually bowed and put the chopstick down and looked to one of the guards that actually protect the restaurant. As she actually head out, she actually passed all your tables and looked to all of you. She didn't say a word, but she just passed your table and then after head out. A vehicle slowly arrived, stopped right in the middle of the street to pick her up. You can see two people sitting at the front seat, apparently. wearing their caps, their bandanas, the scarf around their necks, slightly a bit of sable in their arms and bodies. And after that, you notice that Hariman, you notice Faye, like left. Everybody heard the name, like she actually mentioned the name was Faye. And then after that, she and the guard just like left the restaurant, head into the car. But before she head into the car, we open the door and then inside, do you all want to take your pistols and shoot at her? Or just stay still?
I'll
Can
roll
I?
perception to identify who they actually are. By their markings.
You don't have to roll for it. You know they're piranhas. Judging by their gang design, all gangs here have their car markings. Their bikes, their cars, and everything have their marks. The team, the gang logo.
All right,
Piranhas
so
is
it's a pass lah.
piranhas.
It's automatic pass.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I do the same hand gesture. They are.
Okay,
Okay, but
in that-
can I still
Oh,
roll perception for their apa tu? What kind of heat they're packing for this?
or the equipment.
You can't see because they're all in the car.
Uh,
The only equipment you know that the lady is packing is a really uniquely designed assault rifle made by Arasaka. And then the man that was with him is just carrying a simple pistol, and that's about it.
All right. And I guess
Mm.
no need to roll anything.
Yes, you don't have to do much.
I approach the car and knock on her. I just want to introduce myself to her. Hey,
I will counterattack by stopping him just in case.
Okay.
If he rolls.
Okay. You stop
I-
Haliman from moving forward for do anything. Because the piranhas actually because she already entered the car, if you rush towards her, you might cause disturbance to yourself. And immediately Venator stops you, you're trapped.
Right.
So I put my hand on his chest and just to stop him.
Like that beam.
And I just go to say, don't even try, Hermano. Or do you have a death wish?
No.
And I will roll. I'll roll. What I want to threaten.
Persuasion.
I want to threaten. I want to
That
threaten you.
will be no. Let me find it for you. It should be somewhere in social because the nearest is persuasion. The nearest is persuasion. And I think I have to resist. Yeah.
Resist.
It's
What
persuasion,
is skills?
right?
Resist. Resist the persuasion.
No.
Okay,
Roll the persuasion because I need to know.
Okay, it's natural.
And
Oh,
nice.
man. Try good luck in
Nice.
that. Okay.
Okay, so I do threaten you, but in a really professional and militaristic manner.
I say fine. If only I
Alright,
knew what
okay,
her
so
command
done.
was.
Okay. Alright, Hibana, your turn.
Okay. What's the
One action to party or individual.
basically to party saying, how about we follow that mysterious lady, see where she's going? Maybe she'll lead us to the data location.
Okay, right, that's done. Okay, Remy, to you, party or individual?
Just to Habana, it'll look a bit conspicuous if all of us suddenly follow out and hop in, well, a taxi again, I suppose? How do you propose we follow them?
I don't know.
I mean, if they took a taxi, we'll take another taxi. If it's public transport, we'll just, blend in with the crowd.
Were you blind, Hibana? They had their logos. Again, were you blind?
They have it was a gang car. They actually pick her up, not a taxi. She didn't use a taxi to come here. So it was a gang members that pick her up. She just sit at the back seat together with the other guy that was at a restaurant, and two other people was at the front seat picking her up. But you can't see what weapon they're carrying. The only person that was carrying a rifle was only her, and the other one that was actually protecting her was just carrying a pistol. But that's all. But Mao, what do you do?
Whisper to head over to Remy and say, do you know well that the turf is nearby? There's a thing called social engineering.
Okay.
We netrunners learn a lot of that thing. It's called observing people.
Hmm.
Yeah,
You said it, Remy. Okay, Remy, how do you respond?
observing people is so boring. It's not something I particularly like doing.
Right. Okay. And then lastly, came out to you. Only you know where the Piranhas headquarters is. Okay, the others do not know. But how would you travel there? Last action is to you. Do you want to wait another day? Because right now, at the moment, it is 12 p.m. So what do you want to do?
Well, if you're observing people and places, it's just nearby, maybe about 2 blocks west of here. But anyone dares to drive, or anyone cares to pay, or anyone cares to walk.
Let me bring you to the world map if you all decided to actually head out. Okay. Do you know where you are right now?
And I know where we are. We are right here.
Do you know where the piranhas are right now?
Piranhas are somewhere here.
Yes, correct.
And then we have the red chrome regions knocking their doors right here.
To go to the piranhas is only about roughly about 20 kilometers, which will probably take you about what, an hour by walking, provided there's no random encounters.
But we're not going to, but I would recommend that we go somewhere around here, find ourselves a nice place to, enjoy the view.
Okay. The district itself is huge, huh? Okay. So if you want to go here, these are mostly controlled and perhaps by tiger claws, and actually you're not too sure. So you need to actually roll for your local expert, Old Japan Town, if you have one. All of you.
Nope, don't have that.
I do not have anything.
You don't have it? Then roll for it.
Oh,
Okay.
local expert. I have local expert, but not this area. Just local expert.
Yeah, then that's huge penalty for it. Just roll for it then.
Okay.
-4 is usually the penalty.
Yep, I'm trying to find
Roll
it.
what?
-4 is the penalty if you don't have Old Japan Town as a local expert.
Local expert. Right. On.
Nobody has that.
11.
That would be 12.
-4.
No, 13,
Minus
13. I got
four.
13. If mine is 13.
Okay. -4. Okay, basically everybody failed. You don't know much about Old Japan Town. The only thing you know now, right now, is the Piranha Gang is actually holding that district and most likely fighting the Red Chrome Legion or probably in a stalemate. But the only way is actually head there. If you actually had this, if Mao decided to actually head here without knowing what's there, then for every few kilometers they walk, for every 10, you have to roll for random encounter. But because there's no random encounters yet, and if there is, it's probably going to take half an hour to actually complete, and we don't have much time. So during at the restaurant itself, deciding on what needs to be done, Mao Min Yong is thinking what needs to be done, and Remy is thinking on what needs to be done. Okay, Remy, to you, last action before we call it a day for this session. What do you want to say to the rest of the party?
I'm okay for following them, but I have to do it on foot unless you guys can spot me and travel.
Then I asked, well, seeing that we're only packing pea shooters, it's best we loot the dead for any weapons.
Yes, you guys don't need me, right? So I can walk out now. Thank you very much.
You're staying.
Exactly.
Oh, come on!
You're not weaseling your way out of it.
I can't do anything, right?
You can shoot a
Like I
pistol.
said, we can loot the dead for more firepower.
Exactly.
Hell, I can give you. If we find a shotgun, I'll even give it to you.
I'll even contribute by locating the ammo for that shotgun, so you'll have no reason to flee, unless when
I'll
we're
give
in the
you a-
grave.
I'll give you a warning as well. I carry a weapon, but I generally don't know how to shoot straight, so don't expect me to be bringing down the rain.
Right. And now, Mao, what do you say?
Weapons for self-defense only. I'd rather go for the ride.
Okay. And Haliman, you think to yourself, Why did you even bought that rocket-propelled grenade? You have no idea. Were you so
Yes.
drunk that night that you went to the nearest weapons merchant and said, "I want that rocket launcher for all this money that I'm having right now"? You think to yourself. Now, the rest of the rest of the gangs, the rest of the other edge runners that you just met for the last 2 days, decided to say, let's walk the street and see if we can find any gangs that we can just kill on the street and give you some weapons. Yes, that's gonna happen very, very soon. That's gonna happen next week, actually. So, yes. So there's gonna be a lot of combat encounters. Okay. But now I would have to end the session. It has already been 3 hours. And it was great running the session for you all. And thanks for all the new subscribers for Cyberpunk Red. Thanks for watching the session. And after that, thanks for all the good comments and everything. So I'll be catching you all again, the viewers out there, for episode 2. And thanks, players, for coming for the session today and actually participating for Cyberpunk. Thank you all. Good day.